I know it's a huge difference. There's a million reasons why it's different, but you're a big football fan. Do you think there will ever be a time where guys start restructuring contracts in the NBA the way they do in football to try to like maneuver things? Add a year, take some money away, distribute my money a little differently type thing?
The players can't give up that right to take away those guaranteed contracts.
Yeah.
They did that. The way the league countered that, the players countered that was to limit the amount of years based on your rights or, whether you're signing with another team or your current team. That was the way to kind of keep the numbers down, even though they make so much more in a year, but it's only so many years they can sign for. So that's the way you kind of balance it. But the players would never go for that.
What about they're all guaranteed, right? So what about more front loading?
Well, that's not a
I'm sorry, more backloading, which they do. They go up like 2 or 3 million every year. But what if you went up like 6 million in a year or something?
It's a certain limit that you can go up each year. Like that kind of is negotiated. How much of an increase you can have per year is negotiated collective bargaining agreement amount. So they could they can go to a collective bargaining agreement and decide to increase that number. They could do that, but then it's going to really mess up the cap as well. So you can have a cap hit.
It definitely will.
And then the next year you can have a bigger cap hit, which is going to take you into luxury tax a little faster. So it's I get what you're saying with football, and the reason why football can kind of do that is football, for most of them, aren't guaranteed, and they can restructure them, and they get signing bonuses also in football, and those signing bonuses, even though they get a 10-year, like $10 million up front, they spread it within the life of the contract as far as how it hits the salary cap. So it's a little different. The structures are different. So there's no way to kind of look at it and say, can we do that? It's just, they're different.
Yeah, I was looking at someone's, I forgot whose it was, their contract, their salary, and he went up like from this year to next year, goes up like 5 million, but it might be percentage based on how much he's already making.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't have a guy go from like 10 to 15 next year, but you could probably have a guy going from like 48 to 53 next year.
Yeah.
Because he's making so much more.
He's making so much. Yeah. It's a percentage of what he's making.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Sorry, I just wanted to go on about contracts for a second.